On January 14th, 2025, I would create a world that would change my life forever. And you've clicked on this video, it was the ocean only world. And to say that I'm emotionally attached to this world is a severe understatement. But the reason that you're here is because I have finally hit 1,000 days on this world. So, to celebrate, I have decided to compile every single video I have made on this, excluding shorts. Most of these videos will have new voiceover, new clips that have never been seen before, and most importantly, cut up a little bit better for better viewer experience. So, enough chit chats. Without further ado, here is 1,000 Days on an Ocean Only World, the movie. Future Gavin here to give you a better viewer experience, but also some fun facts and better voiceover. You are currently watching the very first attempt at creating an ocean-only world. This is the only time I've created a world once and stayed on that world. Usually it takes me a couple attempts, as well as this was my first 100 days ever. You may have seen as well, I created the world with a bonus chest. This was because I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Like I said, this was my first attempt. On day 0, I decided to go and explore, see what the world held for me. And I found out that this world had shipwrecks. This gave me some good loot alongside the wood that I thought I was gonna have to fight for. And look right here, it makes me want to cry. It's the first iteration of the raft. But whenever I was creating this world, I noticed that it was 5 layers of dirt and 5 layers of stone. So I decided to dig down and I found some stone. That'll get me a furnace and a good source of stone tools. And with some of the loot that I found in the abandoned ships, I planted some carrots and potatoes. But I realized pretty early on that I had no choice but to just go and loot. But there are reasons that I created this world on survival. Now, I decided to pause the recording, and I had my cords up whenever I died. So you know what that means. Found my stuff, cause I broke a wall. The fourth wall. Back to grinding though, but nothing really important. As you can see, I just have some regular items, you know, chest plate, bamboo, TNT, you know, stuff that you usually find in an abandoned ship. But after I got done looting enough abandoned ships, I had enough iron to make myself some armor and some tools. But another challenge that I found myself in on this ocean-only world was that I just needed a building block. So then the second iteration of the raft was made. And here's where I found the beautiful block of moss and the azalea tree. Screw shooting a flare, I'm thriving here. But after I gathered some more dirt and made another little raft on the other side of mine, I decided that I needed some mob loot. I have no idea why Endermen are so loud. But since it was daytime, I needed some more dirt, and oh my god! Obviously, that was a death trap. But the water was also a death trap. I was too far down to go up, and I needed to go down. So down I went, and up I died. I don't know where that was going. I will learn from my mistakes. I am not letting anything spawn down here ever again.
Not my brightest idea.
But next up on my list, I wanted an entire raft of just moss, because I believed that passive mobs would spawn over here. Newsflash, they do not. Days 5 to 9 were just filled with the exploration. And after I got back from my exploration, I started realizing how inefficient it was to just have something over here spawning a bunch of mobs and killing them. I needed a farm, so I had to mine a lot of dirt, come up top, make another raft, and I made that mob farm. And as you can see, I got my first zombie villager. I also built the farm wrong, and a lot of Endermen started spawning and breaking the farm, so I had to fix that in the future. But just in case you don't know, the only way I can get villagers on this world is taking 2 zombie villagers and using a weakness potion thrown by a witch to cure those zombie villagers. This was very unintentional, but the bonus chest that I started with at the start of this world had 2 apples in it, and that was the only way I was able to cure those zombie villagers, as to where I would have to wait for a wandering trader to sell me an oak sapling, and that would have costed me multiple days. So I kind of just sped up the process with that bonus chest. And my apologies for so much voiceover, but I didn't cover a lot of this in 100 days. Because I created this world after 1.17, the only structures that spawned on my world were these drowned ruins, ocean monuments, and shipwrecks. And these drowned ruins have a chance to spawn 1 lava, and as you can see in the top right, that means that obsidian can spawn on this world. And obsidian can get you into the nether. And that is how I got to the Nether. I didn't do too much in the Nether, so we're gonna jump to the villagers.
With these villagers. Oh, look, I'm now grinding for the villagers to have a nicer home than me. I mean, hey, they have more space than me. And hey, they even have logs on the corners. But, yeah, they will be enslaved. But who cares? They are AI. I mean, they may take over the world, but, who cares? No, don't. Gosh, no. See, I bought Efficiency 5 because I was sick of having to use iron shovels to mine my dirt. So I wanted to mine dirt instantly. So I bought Efficiency 5, without even thinking of the fact that I need beds to keep on making villagers. And the only way I got beds was through string, and that takes forever. So I really should have gotten a shepherd. But hey, look. Oh yeah, that's instant. But so short-lived, because look at that durability. And I don't even have mending yet, let alone a way to have these villagers breed. But hey, wait a minute. What is he doing? Why is he putting dirt out in the middle of nowhere?
Whenever it came to passing time in this world, I thought it'd look cool to make my base look like it wasn't on an ocean-only world, which would make my future episodes make so much more sense. In the first 100 days of the world, most of it was just grinding, trying to get as powerful as possible for the eventual ending, the Wither. But it wouldn't be me if I didn't keep going off track, my ADHD ass. And I finally got a shepherd to sell me beds, so I can get more villagers, as to where beds would have to be made by killing spiders and getting the string, and that's just a whole process. So a shepherd was definitely a necessity in this run.
For the kid, why? Stop it! This is gross!
Actually, keep doing it. I need a mending villager. Now I'm in another.
For what?
I'm putting a roof over these villagers' heads so nothing can get to them. The W2 forms got filled out and handed to me, so now it's time for some enslaving. Getting some mending now for my shovel. I do just have to say, I got 2 cats. They're right here. That's all. So I grabbed and break. I did not think I'd be getting this far in an ocean-only world. Even I'm surprising myself. Potatoes. Mining dirt with my new shovel. Can you blame me? It has Unbreaking 3 now. You already know. I'm expanding that raft. And boom. There's all the dirt that I'm gonna place down for now. I started placing some dirt at the bottom. Midway through, I'd seen a hole in the mob farm. I looked up, and then looked higher, and seen a wandering trader. Oh boy, I hope he has something good, an oak sapling, maybe oh. Nothing. I mean, I bought some of his stuff because I can't get most of it, but he had to die. And I guess me too. Hey, I tried to do a llama clutch, okay? More dirting. But now, I have a diamond axe. I put efficiency 5 on it, and now I can mine these pumpkins quick. I got the diamond sword, and as you can see, I scream to the gods.
It's really funny watching back these recordings, seeing that I was very clearly inspired by Luke the Notable to be as crazy as possible, even though I had the worst microphone ever. But now we're in another, because I want diamonds to enchant some of my armor and tools. So instead of shipwrecks, I went to the totally safer option, nether fortresses, to get diamonds instead.
Here's me making an enchanting table. Wow, that is... Anyways, here we go. Oh, actually, Smite 4 is pretty good. Sealing the deal for Smite 5 on my main sword.
I'm not really sure why I went with Smite. Maybe I was preemptively firing for the Wither. I have no idea. But I can tell you, it took me a while to get rid of Smite off my sword.
Here's me still attempting to get Sharpness 4, but then get Bane of Arthropods 5. Bruh. Just bruh. Please. Oh my god. But also, with this cat. Your name is River, because I'm sick of the ocean. Alright, I'm tired. Oops, drop these potatoes.
Like I said, it was mostly grinding, so in between not being able to trade with villagers, I was just placing dirt on my raft, farming potatoes, or farming pumpkins. There wasn't a lot to be done.
Skeleton horses have just spawned. Now, I am not a stranger to this. I knew that these skeletons were going to spawn, but I thought I could take them on. Apparently, they're really fast underwater. I did not know that. They are unnecessarily fast. It felt like I was fighting baby zombies underwater. And plus they were ganging up on me, it was unfair. But now, I have skeleton horses. These guys will kinda be useless, cause I can only really ride them on land. But hey, they're kinda cool to have. You can never escape it, can you? Heading back up from the dirt mine, there was a wandering trader. And yes, a sapling!
Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I was so happy about that sapling, trust me, it was birch, but the grind does not stop for the raft project. But wait, look. Oh yeah.
It's funny seeing me plant sand in a cactus, knowing what's in this video.
And here is the map. Oh yeah, that looks good. Villagers sell armor, so I'm going to be trying to get diamond armor on an ocean-only world. That is going to be up to the viewers, because I do not want to cheat and then it backfires on me.
In that clip where I said I didn't want to cheat, I was actually referring to the stronghold. Because of the whole after 1.17 stuff, a stronghold did not spawn on this world. That is not a problem now though, as I've already spawned a stronghold on this world to really claim that I've beaten the ocean only preset. Alongside, it just gave me an elytra and shulker boxes too.
No way. Oh my god.
Because, as you can see, in the end, it's worth it. Seeing the happiness of overcoming something is a great, great feeling. Also, I bought a chest plate, got Prot 4 through enchanting, turned around, and realized I already bought a Prot 4. As I see myself craft some quartz blocks, I now realize the real reason as to why I was in the nether. With a source of wood, I am now going to start the foundation of my new house. Now most of my armor just needs mending. Don't worry, I'll get to the house eventually, just let me get this chicken jockey. Just get rid of these fences. The foundation felt like too much birch, so I decided to switch it out for bones, maybe add some color. I was kind of spitballing on the design for the wall, but eventually ended up with this one. I think it looks good. Control C, Control V. Perfect. Then a thought entered my mind. I mean, like they usually do. This one was for the foundation. Deep slate bricks. I decided to add some trapdoors, and I think that really broke up the blandness. It's day 69, you know what that means? Day 69 monument, oh yeah.
This was the very first iteration of putting numbers on my raft. For every single milestone, I would put the number of the milestone on my raft. 69, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, you get the idea. So it's pretty cool seeing the very start of it.
That looks beautiful. Just add a couple finishing touches, some polishing. I did get looting 3. Beside the point. Now the best part of making a house is moving all your belongings into it. And this part's kind of boring. If any of you've played Minecraft for longer than 2 hours, you should know exactly how this feeling feels. But now, I'm in the nether. It is time to prepare for the wither. Except this guy right here did drop a skull. See? Right here. But hey, after about 45 minutes, I got my 3rd skull. And hey, 43 wither skeletons and 3 skulls? That's some pretty good luck. I wonder what I can do next. How about the Ender Dragon? Alright, let's see where this stronghold is. Wait a minute. Why isn't the Eye of Ender Winter King working? This is bullcrap! Here's a zombie, labeled Iron Farm. Gamble for my bow. And by God, I've gambled well. My game crashed. Why did the game crash? I did not make a backup anytime soon. The world was fine, but you bet your ass I made a backup instantly. Alright, time to work on this iron farm, thus spawning an iron golem. I tried to get into the farm so I could flip those trap doors, but then, good save. Boom. The farm started working quick.
Dumb, stupid idiots. From here on out, the microphone quality got a little bit better, but also, this iron farm caused me a lot of trouble, as you can see.
Let's hope this works. Dripstone, dripstone, dripstone. His dripstones and I guess some of his packed ice was all he was good for. But other than that, he had to die. While I'm waiting, may as well put up some signs of my future projects. Mountains.
By the time you see this video, the Mountain Project movie has already been out. So it's really, really cool going back on these videos and seeing that the Mountain Project extended all the way back to the very first episode.
Here's me using the enchantment table that I never showed me building. I'm sure you can trust me, it's a very easy build. But here you go, a perfect bow. I chose mending because here's all my arrows. Yeah, I have a lot.
Thank you, Mob Grinder.
And this is where I started carpeting my land so I could get a gist of where the glowstone would go.
And as you've probably seen, I've cut up a lot of this 100 days. So if you want to go see the 100 days in all of its glory, 54 minutes of it is up on my channel. Go ahead and go watch that if you want.
But on day 99, I decided to set up the Wither. Not spawn him though, just set him up for day 100. I shall stop talking now. Here is me defeating the Wither on day 100. Yep, I made my beacon, grabbed my iron, and finally made a beacon on day 100. In 100 days of an ocean-only world, I really feel like I accomplished a lot. Overcoming challenges that, at first, I never even thought were possible. But proving my own self wrong and showing the true potential of myself really opened my eyes of what I can do if I put my mind to it. And if there's anything you could take away from this video, is that if you think you can't do something and you never try it, how will you know it wasn't your cup of tea? I may have limited resources and even bigger dreams, but this is a sandbox, and creativity is a human's best trait, in my opinion. So, I'm going to keep going, and I hope you follow me along my journey.
After I got done recording and editing the video, I posted it and thought nothing of it. I enjoyed playing those 100 days. There were zero thoughts that video would change the course of what I wanted to do with my life. So, I started 200 days because I wanted to. I enjoyed playing on the world.
Here I am. After 100 days, I am back. And not really expecting to either. I'm unsure if I really portrayed how much I anticipated the 100 days to flop.
Of course, editing a video would come after playing all the days. So, during the days, I had zero idea that the video was blowing up. But after all was said and done of playing the days, I already knew that the video had done really well. So I was super excited to finally get to say something back to the people.
Man, what a perfect name for a cat in an ocean-only world. Enough playing around, we need to get to work. But let's count our wins around here. Let's go. 4 sextuple beacons will be surrounding my base in order for me to have beacon powers no matter where I am on my raft. Oh hey, a wandering trader, hope I don't have to bury you. A spruce sapling! Thank you! I cannot wait to have haste 2 and be able to mine stone instantly. I'm still buying glowstone for that raft. And now I'm trying to get a librarian villager to sell me Silk Touch because I want to fix my beacons.
I just wanted to come in here and say, I don't know what I meant by Silk Touch for a beacon. You could just pick it up normally.
Acquired. Well, now I have a problem. I do not have a pickaxe villager. He died on the first iron farm. I got a diamond pickaxe. Finally. I spend quite a bit over here because I really want to bury that villager person that's over there. Now I'm moving my mouse up and down at a villager, probably talking to myself in real life without having my microphone on, so I have no idea what I'm talking about. The average Gavin experience. Now to build the frame, because I'm going to bury these guys. So I had to use dirt because I don't have sponges. You'd think I would on an ocean-only world, but at this point in time, I do not. So, dirt it is.
I'm sorry, I just had to come in here and just point out that the fake narrator voice is getting really annoying in my part, so my apologies for that. I soon get rid of it, I believe in 300 days.
I don't really feel like retyping those signs, so I'm just gonna keep the purple fences and put spruce trim around it. I think it'll look nice. All this stone brick will be an amazing project that I will announce here soon. And now I'm just going to map out one around my, first map I have. And here you go. I think it looks pretty good. But it's a little, I don't know, square? Let's put the stone brick to good use. I am going to make a circle around my base. If that giant stone brick square in the top right doesn't show how much I was losing my mind, I don't know what does. Alright, I'm just gonna have to come to terms with it. So far, so good on the map, though, so that's all that really matters, right? It brings me joy to show people my projects. Hey, wait a minute. Why are the pumpkins somewhat cut into by the circle? It looks good. I don't know if you can tell, but the map was looking a little dark, so I made this to, brighten it up a little bit and make the map look better. See? Look at that. Just to make the map look better. Look at it. Doesn't it look beautiful? Amazing, isn't it? You know, if someone held me at gunpoint and told me it's either the map or my family, the map. I need sponges to drain below the raft.
This was around the time that I started working on my biggest mega project ever. Now, this is where the 200 days and 300 days will be cut very, very short, because I will be cutting it out for the better viewer experience whenever it eventually gets to that episode.
I mean, look at the map. Wouldn't you date that?
I'll try and keep it as vague as possible just in case you haven't watched the full series yet, but in this particular moment, I built all the way down. But in the original project, I built 35 blocks down and made that my next mega project. I'll keep it right there for whenever we eventually get to that part.
Hey, a wandering trader. And he actually had some pretty good stuff. You know, some blue ice, some vines, some black dye, and even some glowstone. And, you know, I bought the Oxy Daisy or whatever that thing is called. But, the vines will allow me to make, mossy cobblestone, mossy stone brick, and, you know, just mossy stuff in general. So, he wasn't that bad of a guy. I was just mining more stone, you know, going to go fix up the raft, put some more stone brick underwater. This project was way too big for 200 days. So now I'm in another, A, to get away from the project, and B, to get wither skeleton skulls, because I want a sextuple beacon. 4 of them, actually, but we're just gonna focus on the first one. 143 wither skeletons, and I've only gotten 4. What is my luck? So I am back in another, and I'm going to be looting a lot more this time. But let's count number 2. 3. And if you're wondering, I have a wither skeleton skull at home. 5. VI. 7.
8 put on fire!
IX.
Number 10 on fire!
11. But in Polish. I need food. I ate through all my golden carrots. Number 12 was one of these skeletons. I'm not really sure who. Number 13, but who's this guy? Final Fantasy XIV. And so we've reached the final skeleton. Alright, time to go home, because I am sick of the nether. Alrighty, this spot should do. I hope, at least. Perfect! I got another star. Easy, at least. Millimeter defeated. I am now making slime blocks, because I am...
And here it is, that project I was telling you about. I'm gonna try and cut around it as much as possible, but in 200 days, I did a lot of this, so it'll be in that video, just not this one right here, right now. It'll be in this video, yeah, you get it.
A ghast shot a fireball at me, and it went through my portal, so whenever I came back through, it broke that portal, and I spawned right here. So, hey, I found the obsidian. I wanted to capture this full leather zombie, and even better, he picked up a bow of a skeleton I killed, so he's even more cool. He's gonna stay in this boat until I can get him captured at night, because the durability on his helmet is a variety of different things. He's gonna be in a birch capturing cell, because leather sucks. Just like birch. Close these trapdoors, and boom. Shaka-alaka. But now I'm going to start on the beacon, at least crafting them, but we need some bird. Please. Come on, hit me! Come on! The beacon looks so good. I cannot wait for every single sextuple beacon to be finished. As I was trying to name the raft, I settled on Azora, because it really spoke to me, but also because it means clear waters. And if you couldn't tell, I'm trying to write the name out. And, it's not really going well. And here you go, Azora on the map. Wait a minute. Did I spell Azora wrong?
Oh my god.
And now I am making toolsmiths because they exchange iron for emeralds, and I have a lot of iron. I mean, look at all those emeralds. That's more than I probably would have gotten with the pumpkins.
And see, now I'm working on this project, not knowing that I'll eventually finish it, but not in 200, not in 300, I think in 400 days, but we'll get to that whenever we get there.
Finishing that and putting all the dirt in the chests, I head out on the ocean in search for a trident. I wasn't having much luck in the last play session, and quite frankly, trident zombies were just not spawning for me, so I'm holding my compass trying to go home. But as I go home, I'm not just gonna pass up these ruined thingies, I'm gonna keep trying. And as I was trying to get a trident, I was still looting these things. You can see my inventory, I was looting quite a bit, and you know, murdering as well. Oh hey, a trident guy, I hope he drops it. I got a trident, trident. Ooh. Hey, one. Nah, screw it. It's just a one-time purchase. Whee! Guess I will start gathering materials for 500 days.
Yes, you heard that right. 500 days. But probably not in the way that you're thinking. It's a little skewed. I'll elaborate in the future.
It's raining. It is time. Oh, hey, wait, snow's up here? I don't know what I'm gonna use snow for, but hey, I'll take a new block. Well, I got my snow, let's go.
Wait a minute. Wait. Oh. But now I am rolling for Fortune 3, because I'm gonna need a lot of gold if I want that piglin bartering farm to work. And I just rolled Fortune 2. Alright, we're back in another. Let's make this piglin bartering farm. Get in the hole! I can only get 2 on the left and 1 on the right, so it's staying like that. Alright, time to put the gold in there and see how this farm works.
Zoink, Scoob!
That's pretty good. Now I'm back home, because I want to give River her own place. She's the best cat. She's the best animal. She deserves the world. So to make these buoys, I wanted to use red wool, but I realized my shepherd didn't sell wool. Then I tried to make concrete, but supposedly red sand isn't the same as regular sand. Stupid, but okay. Place the totally real anchor that's holding the buoy in place down here, and then a bunch of chains. A brick base, 3 iron bars, 1 redstone, and 1 snow block, and a torch on top, and boom, you now have a buoy. Oh, totally real one that definitely serves a purpose. Okay, good. Okay. Alrighty, please link up. Yes, thank God. Hey! There will be 4 more of these. They will be entrances and exits for beneath the raft. But between me and you, I was kind of bored at the time, and was kind of making this up on the fly. I kind of ran out of dark prismarine. But we're back. Traded for that cash, you know I ain't got no tax. At the 64 stack, yeah, I'm stacking up these racks. And these villas hella stacked, you know I'ma leave them dead. Need to work for the next paycheck. Fact. Now, the reason I was trying to do that was because I wanted a book and quill. Because I wanted to make a library. I wanted to make lore for this world. But there's a slight problem. I cannot get ink sacks on this world.
Wait, you can't get ink sacks? Gavin, you have an entire video about that. Yeah. In the past, I totally forgot about fishing, so just play along with this, okay?
So this prompted a spiral, a very bad one. I made a backup, put all my stuff in a chest, and headed out toward the ocean so I would be far away from my base. We're gonna try and load Azora on 1.17. From personal experience, I know that squid do spawn on 1.17.1 whenever it comes to the water-only preset for super flat. They don't on 1.21.2, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure why, but they do on 1.17.1. Sorry, I'm rambling, but here is what happened when I load the world on 1.17. This is not the world. Back to the previous version, we load the world again. And, yeah. Well, let's hope the backup works. Well, that was a bust, but hey, at least the world didn't corrupt. Yippee. Well, let's work on a new project. Let's grab this string. And this shepherd right here sells me purple and gray wool. So, I could just re-dye the wool and use that. I need red wool and white wool to make a lighthouse. Yes, we're going to be making a lighthouse on an ocean-only world. I thought it'd be fitting. The inspiration will be from the Smeaton Tower. And already, this is becoming resource-intensive, so I may need to get more shepherds and also leave this for 500 days. Trust me, I really did try to get this finished in 200 days, but I was kind of limited by the villager only selling me 16 wool a day. So realizing that I may not finish that lighthouse, I decided to do this. Put water on top of these entrance-exit thingies, remember? I mean, it makes it look semi-cool, I guess. I don't know. Oh, man. I'm kind of tired. I think I'm gonna... Day 200. It has been an amazing ride to right here, right now. And if there's anything you could take away from that video, just be yourself. And if people don't like that, then who cares what they think? As long as you're happy, that's all that matters. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. You have now watched day 100 and day 200 of my ocean-only world. And now it's time for 300. But I'll let you in on a little secret. I burned out during those days, so this one may be a little bit all over the place, but I'll try my best to piece the puzzle pieces together. Alrighty, I'm glad to be back. Okay, what does my note say? Mining spruce, placing it, and then logged out because I got bored. Glad to be back, guys. I mean, there is a lot of grinding in this video, but we are going to be doing something completely different. All my villagers are currently holding up the passive mob cap in my spawn chunks. They are literally 1 chunk away, so we're going to be moving them. And the plan... Let me try and shorten this. The passive mob cap is being held up by the villagers, because my spawn chunks are right in the middle of my base. So if I just move those villagers out of that passive mob cap, the Wandering Trader will spawn again. I need to move these villagers. Let's move them. I do have bad news though. I'm diagnosed ADHD, so we're in another. Let me try and shorten this, but also it has some spoilers. The gravel is for the eventual project, and the magma is gonna be for the gold farm. Gold and gravel, while also getting us closer to perfect tools and armor. Now, you may be asking why I'm saying all of this now instead of down the line. That is because I'm pretty sure most of these 300 days is in the nether. So, I'm saying all this now so I can make future editing easier. And yes, you heard that right. I was mostly in the nether for most of these 300 days, and it was to get a bunch of gold for that piglin trading farm so I can get more gravel for the eventual project that I will not spoil, and you just have to watch this video to figure out. And then I made a 222 sign, because it was day 222. Boop. 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 You know what I mean? So. And boom. Yeah, this kind of looks forehead. Anywho, let's go put these villagers over here. You know, the ones that I like. Let's go! What am I doing? How many circles are we gonna do? What is this? The animals, because, you know, they're passive mobs as well, and, you know, they were in the spawn chunks, and Wandering Traders can't spawn without passive mobs and spawn chunks. Oh, netherite mining. And this video is very ADHD, I just realized. We got a lot of gold for the piglin bartering, and a lot of gold equals a lot of gravel, and a lot of gravel equals more frickin' grow up. Oh, shit. I really need feather fall. Oh, nice. My flippy flaps. Lessener of brain damage. And this is where we get to the part where it's just a bunch of nether stuff. So I'm gonna try and cut as much as I can while showing you as much as I can. But I'm just gonna tell you right now, I got a lot of wither skulls and gold and etc. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna leave this for a future me. Oh god, look away, he's naked! Oh yeah, cover me in debris, baby. When am I gonna be finished with the nether? God, if I know. But it's over now and we can get back to the ocean. I'm just getting rid of all this because it looks abysmal every time I go get stones. And in the original video, I go on a rant about how things changed in my personal life. We'll just cut the chase. A Wandering Trader showed up, a bunch of things happened. On day 261, a lot of it was just talking because I had to check. It had been 1 whole month since I've last touched the world. Most of these days I was mining dirt, and if you haven't already figured out what the mega project is going to be in the future, I'm not going to say it now, but that dirt is for that project. But now I'm working on a floating island. This isn't easy without an elytra. So then my big brain thought of the happy ghast. Yeah. How do you do this without creative? Oh hey, the ghast. I have snowballs. This is a little easier. I'm getting the hang of it. And I guess this floating island is for the ghast. I'm just spitballing this. There's nothing in the membrane. Thank God. Sorted through my items. I bet you're gonna be productive. Wow, that did not rhyme. It's mining dirt. When is it not mining dirt? Alright, I want fake grass on that floating island you guys barely even know of, but took me hours to build. So we need more cactuses. Cacti. I don't care. Hey guys, why does he have TNT in his hotbar?
Today we're going to break bedrock in Minecraft. Here's the items that you'll need.
Now get right up to it, and then look at the very corner. Yes, there you go. I need more magma blocks, I am unprepared.
We're gonna need to place a temporary building block, could be anything. Now from this temporary block right here, in any direction, we're gonna build out 2 blocks and then place some magma.
Anyways, building a magma farm. It's not a magma farm, it's a gold farm. It's kinda boring, so I'm singing about it, and I hit my wrist off the desk. Yeah, I'm running out of breath, so now here's the next clip. Yeah, just build a collection system and done. Where everybody at? I come in the next day and I realize that I'm just too far away for them to realize that I hit a pigman. So if I just go up, have a pigman right here, and then hit that pigman while standing there, go back down to the kill chamber, they will come to me. Holy crap. Yes! Yes! Look at all that XP and gold! And rotten flesh and swords and all that, you know. But now I have a new problem. I'm making freaking 33
Hoppers.
Can you, the viewer, find out what I'm building?
It's an item sorter.
And it worked first try. I'm not even lying. That has never happened in my life. It is a poggers moment. I don't know why I did that. Anyways, I got this zombie villager too, and I guess this creeper as well. I'm not really sure when I got this. It's been months. Now I'm searching the ocean. Why? I need copper. In order to do the terraforming that I want, I just need moss. And to build a moss farm, I need some copper blocks. I don't know, I haven't looked at the thing in months. So I need copper dropped by drowns. The copper that I'm going to need for the eventual moss farm I'm going to build is going to be for the mountains that I'm going to build. But you'll see that in the future, as long as you watch till the end of this video. See, here's the chest for the moss farm. What? Just a little bit of progress. Sooner or later, you will get to your end goal.
And so the sun sets on day 299.
And here we are, day 300. My name is Gavin, and I will see you later. Sorry if 300 days felt like an abrupt ending. It was mostly grinding, but alongside the fact that I had burnt out midway through the video. I started recording on February 26th and then released a video on September 20th. It had almost been 7 months recording a whole video, so it was a little while before my next episode. Whenever I created 300 Days in the Ocean Only, I created a little something I was proud of, but didn't really finish. It was this amazing floating island I created that didn't really have too much put into it. I only built this because I was just bored, but now that I'm looking at it, it's bland. But as I was live streaming, I was showing someone new the stuff I created. And whenever it came to the floating island, they named it, as well as someone else, Gains and Games, gave me the greatest idea. Stone. Little stalactites as well. Basically just prettying this up. I do not have those materials though, so let's go get some materials. I did some quick mining off camera, and now we have enough cobblestone and stone. With this being a ocean only super flat preset, there is a couple of blocks that I cannot get a hold of without crafting them. And one of those blocks being andesite. Andesite is only craftable by using cobblestone and diorite, but diorite can only be crafted this way, and boom, you finally have some andesite. We now have all the blocks that we need. Let's go pretty up this floating island. Let's throw some cobblestone into the mix, maybe right here, put some andesite right there, another andesite here, maybe some cobblestone mixed in with the dirt, do a little sideways something there, maybe add it into some cobblestone. We got these boys. I think we'll be fine, right? Andesite. More of this cobblestone. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, here. I don't think I like that We may get rid of that. There you go. Maybe some andesite walls right here. Do a little bit of this. Boom. There we go. Now this side's gonna really need some love. And my apologies from here on out for the 480p resolution you're going to be watching. I tried my best to get it to 1080, but I would have to use a third-party app, and whenever I went to download that third-party app, it looked like I was going to get a virus. So, I'm okay with 480. Maybe add some of these. That'll add like depth to it. Going down is so hard. Maybe a cobblestone right there. Make that middle an andesite. There you go. Come down here. That. Boom. Boom. We make this a long. That could use this. Give that a little bit more character. Boom. Pow. And then one more right here. You still see the andesite. That looks so beautiful. And then like right here, we start doing this. We make this the andesite. Make this the cobblestone. Those not blocks I wanted to place. Okay. Jordan, you can fly. I'm gonna go sleep. Jesus. Oh goodness. This is so hard to control. We need andesite. I'm running low, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna do a cobblestone one real quick. Down. Maybe even add like a little bit of this so I can put one right here. Do that little thing that I did over there right there. Do I have any? I do not. Let's see if I can do this. So many of these.
Like, do a little bit of that. Do a little bit of that. Oh my god. I'm cooking. Let me cook. Oh my god. Where is cobblestone stairs? There you go. Just do a little cobblestone stair right there. Actually, let's just do that. Little andesite right there. This one, what if we just make like a full andesite that? Like 4? How about that? 4? We'll mess with the bottom whenever we need to mess with the bottom. I am messing with like the lower half, kind of. Maybe replace this with cobblestone? Alright, as much as I love this, I need to go get more andesite. So unfortunately, I need more andesite. And to create andesite, I need diorite. And to create diorite, I need quartz. And unfortunately, I put all of my quartz towards another project that I'm going to be doing in the future. So it looks like I may be going on a little bit of a quartz run. Yeah, I was right. Jordan! Jordan! How does it look? I think it looks great. Oh. Jordan, where you go?
YOLO!
You fly fast. A little bit of that and a little bit of this. Place this with that. Guys, are you understanding my language? Start placing like we usually do, and then we'll figure it out from there. Small little stone right here. Nothing crazy, no like little whoop. just a you know what I mean? All right, Jordan, where you go? Jordan! Get down from there. One block we haven't been using a whole bunch is the slab. Give some cobblestone love right here, I think that needs. I think the dirt really adds some character inside it as well. It really breaks up the too much of a single color. Maybe break this up with some andesite. Maybe add that right there. Boom. Actually, just make that an andesite. I know I said I wanted to make that like a little rock, but that's as good as it's gonna get, like that, yeah. Maybe just a little that right there too. Definitely a lot of places where I'm like, okay, let's cover that up. Okay, so I think I actually don't like how the dirt is kind of poking out a little bit in some spots. There, that would be a good andesite. Yeah, let's get rid of all the dirts. So far, so good. The side part. Still need to do the bottom part, slabbing it up. And just like the smallest of that. Bada bang. And I think we just did our full circle. That should all be stoned up. And then we can just, okay, I guess I totally forgot it will still place. I'm an idiot. Hold on, everything's fine though. Stone needs to get a little bit of love. Maybe do that like right there. Oh, that's a full block. I think we are just about done. And a little finish out with a long boy. Like we use all these blocks. Look at that. Beautified this place. Feel like it is missing just one more thing, so let me put away Jordan. Nothing too crazy. Like a little rock right there. My floating island project has been beautified. This was a nice little project to hold you guys over for the mega project I'm working on. That's right, if you look around my world, not much has changed, but there is something changing. You just can't see it. As I started my live stream and was talking to the chats and just getting some work done, somebody was in my chat talking about my new episode / new island I had just made. Aura Island. Also, Nathaniel, I know you looked at the new episode, but I'm just really proud of this. I would love to add some lore to Aura Island. Do you want to add any lore, Nathaniel?
And that thought process right there set me onto an adventure. I can only get a book and quill through an ink sac.
Do I have a god rod anywhere?
Wait. Why is he fishing? He can just go kill squid. Like I said in 200 days, I can only get an ink sac through fishing. That's all I'm saying here. Squid no longer spawn on my world because of the whole 1.21 thing. They can spawn on 1.17, but they can't on 1.21. Plus, the audio in this is a little fucked, so I'm just gonna skip it.
So, I'm gonna fish real quickly because of the fact that I can get ink sacs. I gotta think of some lore. Think of some lore, Nathaniel. What does Aura Island hold in store? There's gotta be a reason that this floating island just all of a sudden came to be. What if I put like a mob up there? A mob that rules the Aura Island. Actually, make a kingdom for River and Katana. Should that island be theirs? It's gonna be a magical island for where River and Katana live. I feel like River and Katana should be strong individuals, kind of like how Egypt was. River and Katana are descendants from Egypt. You think with an ocean-only world, squid would spawn, but Nope. Oh, also, the stream now has a new thumbnail. Shout out Rhino. I was like, yo, I seen your art on Gains and Games. I won't ask much from you. I don't want to be a hassle. Can you just make me a thumbnail for the streams?
Actually, a fun fact, every thumbnail that you've seen that looks like art, especially the one you're looking at right now of my character, was all made by Rhino404. Go follow him on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. He is a good buddy of mine, and he does it despite AI. It's some pretty good art. Go follow him.
C3 Lore 3 Unbreaking 3 Mending. Oh, you don't want it on my rod. Oh shit. It's detrimental, it's considered junk.
So like the viewer just said, Gains and Games, he just said that luck at the C3 was actually decreasing my drops on the ink sac. So I grabbed a new rod and enchanted it for Lore 3 Mending and Unbreaking 3.
Lore 3, there you go. Thank you, Gains and Games. Let's see if we can get an ink sac a little quicker now. Okay, I think I've made my full decision. I will spawn a stronghold on this world whenever I finish the mega project and get it all the way edited. Day number 2 of fishing. It started pretty normal.
Fishing into the night, and the next day, and the next day. It's like the RNG gods were not on my side, and the weight of my quest for the ink sac was starting to dwell on me. As you can see in the bottom left, I was starting to rethink my reason for doing this. I mean, what's the point of getting a book and quill? I can just write down the lore on a piece of paper in real life and then just show it to you guys. I could write it down on a Google Doc. There were so many different things I could have done, but I was so stubborn that I needed a book and quill for lore on my world. Starting upstream for day number 3, more eager than ever, and finally talking to some humans instead of sitting in my room alone.
John! I'm just trying to get an ink sac, John.
At this time, it was just me and John Goodman in the chat. We were just having a conversation, just chilling out, talking about Minecraft, fishing for an ink sac. There was not much else to say.
I wish there was another way to get an ink sac other than fishing.
So, fished I did. And the RNG gods, they didn't bless me. What? I just wanted to get your hopes up, yeah. So I gave in. I wanted to talk to John. He asked if he could put some lore in the world. So, I opened a Google Doc like I said I would. And I started jotting down some things.
Alright then, John, I'm just gonna ask you, what is your idea for the world? The cats are the past, present, and future.
John and I made some lore for the world. So, for Aura Island, River and Katana protect that island. There is a goddess of this world, the ocean-only world, that John himself named her Hera. Hera has sent her best 2 cats, Katana and River, to guard the island.
Who is this god? Yeah, that's just a placeholder name. Let's see how this is doing, by the way.
I have 10 ink sacs!
Euphoria.
Oh my god.
So with my new ink sacs, I finally made some books, grabbed my feathers, and made a book and quill.
Oh my god! I have a book and quill on an ocean-only world.
And before I knew it, I started writing. My name is Gavin, and I will see you next episode. Bye-bye. In my most recent episode, The Quest for an Ink Sac, I talked about the lore for this world. But whenever it came to reading you guys the lore, I didn't want to bore you in that same episode. So, now you're here. You want to see the rest of the lore that I have created for this beautiful world. So just a quick disclaimer, this video may just be a little boring. So boring, in fact, if you want to skip to this time frame, I would not hold it against you if you want to see the rest of this video. So I'm going to try my best to draw everything. Hopefully this goes okay. Without further ado, let's hop right into the lore. The first place I want to start is the Committee. The Committee is the overlookings that host the protectors of the world. The ocean that was once watched by Hera and Hito has since been handed to only Hera, as Hito was exiled from his power. The Committee is comprised of 3 souls: Lazuli, the Watcher of Faith, Atheum, the protector of past souls, and Writhe, the big boss that hosts the afterlife. Paired alongside Hera, the goddess of the earth, these four protect the world that is the ocean. And since their loss of Hito, the committee has been struggling, and Hito, the devil of the ocean, has not been making that easier. Hera is important to the story. Hera is the goddess of the earth, the queen that sent the player to build Azora for the Ascians to protect them from Hito. More on that later. Hera overlooks this earth that is the ocean. She sees the skies, the waters, and the inhabitants. Protecting anything from anyone, maintaining beauty alongside stability, and balancing the goal of peace on this hurricane. Hera is the goddess of the earth that only wants one thing for the inhabitants: love. And now we are here for Hito, the devil of the ocean. Destroyer of cities and terrorizer of the ocean, Hito was a rogue soul from day number 1. Hito was a god of the earth alongside Hera, but was exiled by the committee after being deemed irreversible for his erratic ideas that shaped to be unfair and unjust. Hito believed in a world where no one had a say in anything, and everything was perfect. No one followed their own mind, but yet the system that was put in front of them. And for those who acted against him or stepped out of line, would be dealt with and be molded into whatever they wanted them to be. This was all quickly denied by the committee that made Hito lash out into an outrage. By which it is described, Hito was soon dealt with himself and was chained to the ocean in 1432 as an eternal punishment for lacking the empathy to rule the earth fairly. Hito was devastated and wanted nothing more than a second chance, but that was all thrown away once Hito realized he maintained his power from his past. So he decided to put his energy into making his dream a reality, but now in his way. Terrorizing civilizations in the ocean for decades, the Ascians, he believed, being just another one of many he's dealt with. It became personal once he found out that Hera sought them onto a raft, Azora, above ocean level, that he cannot rule. Azora is Hito's #1 target that no one believes he can rule for the first time in decades. I've talked about them a little bit, so here is the Ascians. Ash was an underwater civilization built in 1927 by the Ascians. It was a thriving community of loving Ascians that wanted nothing more than to sit and live in their gray, monotone life. Then one day, in 1952, the devil of the ocean, Hito, destroyed Ash and left their citizens with no choice but to seek refuge elsewhere. After hopping from place to place in constant fear that Hito would one day find them and make them extinct, Hera showed herself to the Ascians and set them on the path to find the raft, Azora. Azora, defined by Sky Blue, was built by a player, ordered by Hera to put color and life into the Ascians. Azora was established in 1992 and was inhabited by the Ascians in 1993. They now live in peace, knowing from the goddess that their life is in safe hands on Azora. Ascians are no regular mammal. They are amphibious centenarians that can live up to 300 years, with the eldest making it to 342 years old. Do not get it twisted though, they take on the look of a regular human but have amphibious tendencies alongside human too. The civilizations around the earth all worship Hito or Hera. Hito being the community believing in equalness and hard work, as to where Hera is the community that believes in love, fairness, and justified work. These two religions clash with each other frequently. So now, finally, we have Azora, a raft that was built to house the citizens of Ash. Hito annihilated most of the Ascians, but the ones that did escape seeked refuge to a raft that was built by the player, sent by the goddess Hera to build Azora. Azora is defined by Sky Blue. It was meant to house the Ascians to give them color in their life and safety from the monster that was, or maybe, is, Hito. And last but not least, we have Aura Island. It is a mysterious island, not even the inhabitants, the Ascians, know what it holds. Aura Island is ruled by Katana and River,
descended by the goddess Hera to protect Aura Island. By what means is unclear, but not even the mortal mind could grasp the magic Aura Island marinates in. The citizens of Zora have yet to visit Aura Island, as the power of it has been foretold by the goddess Hera to not be ventured to. Far voices of a legend say that it holds the nasty Hito that destroyed the Ashians' home, Ash. But at the end of the day, Aura Island is just another question on the Ashians' mind. This has been the lore of the ocean only, and I will see you guys in the next episode. On January 14th, 2025, I would load into a world that would change my life forever. I decided to follow the trend of 100 days, and I made 100 days in the ocean only. Little did I know, I had ideas for this world that not even my own mind knew. Whenever I released 100 days in the ocean only, I'd never expected it to explode like it did. So I got straight to work to 200 days, and one of the big ideas that I had for this world was a mega project that I never thought I would ever finish. Ever. Yeah, let's just start on that, honest to God. Whenever I first started on this world, I made my base into a big square, as you can see, but my big grand idea was making it into a circle. But that wasn't the whole project. I knew that some ideas was going to take a long time, and that's gonna use a lot of materials. A lot of things that will make the base look ugly. And I didn't realize this, but I even said this at the time. I want to bring this circle all the way down to the bottom. Have the iron farm even lower. Who knows? So just the next day, I brewed a bunch of water breathing potions and built 35 blocks down with my stone bricks, as well as some spruce planks as the floor. But whenever it came to the draining process, I had no idea what I was doing, having to use dirt blocks as the walls, and even tried this monstrosity. Yeah, can you tell I'm a noob? But what I'm trying to get at is that I was eager to get this done, even so much in fact that I created a piglin trading farm to get gravel, as that was a gravity block, just like other people have used, but except with sand. So whenever 300 days rolled around, I decided that I would do 500 days to try and get this mega project finished. But I would soon realize a little something was creeping in. What do you mean playing Minecraft for 2 months straight will do negative effects to your mental health? That doesn't matter. I was gonna get this gravel, I was gonna place it underneath the raft, and I was gonna drain all of this water. And here was that burnout I was talking about. I took some time away from Minecraft. That's all you really need to know. So let's get to the project. Now I needed a lot of sponges. I mean, 2 to 3 stacks wasn't doing it. So I need sponges. Yeah, we're doing this. Me and you, we're doing this. Yeah. Say hello to the Beesburger. That's his name now. You get every time I come on here and like start talking to you, you gotta say hello to Beesburger. I almost forgot about that, honestly. Because I thought the video was so boring of just draining water and placing sponges and placing dirt, I tried my best to have IRL me commentate most of it. But I did not have the microphone for it, and it caught most of the background noise. So every time it comes up, it's just more annoying than anything. So, my apologies. But hey, this won't drain itself. Ain't that right, Beesburger? Again, I think he's just happy to be here. I need to look into the camera. I'm looking at myself. I can look. I'm working on it, okay? This is new. I don't usually talk to a camera like this, okay? I'm really stressed out right now. But the most fascinating thing about learning and growing as a human is being able to concentrate on a certain thing healthily. So, I decided to make a cactus farm on the side, as to where to not burn out on the mega project. But hey, now look at this cool little thing I'm finna do. Oh yeah. But this dirt ain't gonna put itself down. You're just gonna stand there? Sit? You don't have legs. I'm sorry.
That was a little insensitive. Okay. Would you look at that? Oh, Phantom. Can I hit you with an ender pearl? That'd be funny. So don't hate me. I may or may not have forgot to hit record. As well as, look, I got a chat box. Good thing no one stopped by the stream. See, now I'm just starting to see some of the repetitiveness. So now I'm just trading with villagers, getting some wool. Why not? It at least keeps my mind occupied.
My boy's back at draining that water because he made that mountain. Yeah, go watch that video. That was a good video. But now, he's draining that water.
No, but that is a good video. Go and watch it. It's one of my favorite ones. 100 days and 200 days and structureless super flat. Well, anyways, we're talking about the signs. Whenever people stop in my stream, I put them on a sign. Some of them had nicknames. Some of them don't. I messed that up. But it's fine. Come stop by the streams whenever my desktop is, okay. To this day, it still baffles me that I even got this video completed. Midway through the video, I couldn't record for more than an hour without my GPU frying itself. So I had to go get it taken in, and in the meantime, I used my laptop to finish recording the days, but also edit the entire video. So if you see the background change, that's why. You're familiar with this.
Double digits!
If you've watched the series, you know it wouldn't be an episode without the iron farm breaking. I was freezing so many times within these times of streaming. As in my computer would just freeze up, I could do nothing, I had to shut it down. I had to load some backups. For some godforsaken reason, loading those backups broke everything. See, this wouldn't have happened if my desktop was perfectly fine.
Oh my god!
But it's time for another side project. I moved my map. Yeah, that's so much better. And another project I've been going for a little while now is just keeping some mobs. So I have this one and this one. Literally all of those mobs that I just showed you, one died to iron golems, or two randomly disappeared because I loaded a backup at one point in time. So, sorry if you grew attached to them in the 0.2 seconds you knew.
But it's back to the draining because you already know my boy's a strong, hard-working man.
But then, for some godforsaken reason, the crashes became more prominent. Now obviously I know that it was my GPU, but at the time I thought it was because I was running Optifine.
It was not Optifine.
But I just tried to work through them. No, seriously, every time it crashed I just gave it 15 minutes and then would get back on. And if it crashed again, I would wait 15 minutes and get back on. Sometimes I would just stop playing overall. Whenever it's not snowing, you know, I would eat some of my food and then realize like, oh, I'm getting a little low, let's go shopping, get some more stuff, and then whenever I'm done getting through the first reserve, I already have another backup. But this is what I meant by gravity blocks. Look how much easier it is to get rid of the walls. This can be done in 30 seconds, as taking down the dirt walls can take up to maybe 10-15 minutes. Yeah. But this was around the time that the true scale of this project was actually baffling me. The size was not really fathomable because I couldn't really see it. But after seeing it like this, that's whenever a true passion was lit inside of me. That sounds so cringe, but genuinely, once I seen it like this, a fire was lit to get this finished. But we occupy my mind. As you can see, we got some glass, as well as you probably already noticed, I installed Fulbright. All the YouTubers have it. May as well follow the trend. Already did it with 100 days. Worked out. Installed some shaders as well. I'll probably show that later on as well. It is an understatement to say how much Fulbright makes the video look better. Oh my god. Granted, I have stopped placing down torches, so that's a little bit of a downside because I can't see how dark it is, but I'll take video quality over in-game quality of life. There you go. Why is it dark? Wait, why is the counter going up? I'm a little ashamed. I can't even be on camera, but I'll let Beesburger tell you what happened.
He forgot to hit record.
Hey, would I be a YouTuber if I didn't forget to hit record a couple of times? Come on, I just have to follow tradition. Alright, this is just routine. He's just getting rid of some of the sponges. Oh. Where'd it go?
Oh no. These crashes are terrible. I think it just deleted half of my... Oh, it just did.
Remember this? Yeah. 9 whole sponges. And now let's look at this. Yeah. The crashes got rid of some of my sponges. Not good.
What's my most recent backup?
So I loaded the backup and I got my sponges back. And whenever I was checking the backups to make sure that I wasn't gonna lose too much progress, I actually made a little bit of a discovery. Woo! 20!
We'll keep this between me and you, right?
You may notice that something's a little bit different. One, microphone quality is a little ass. My microphone is literally just sitting to the left of me. I want to get some days done because I don't know if you could see it. If you look right over there, yeah, that big table that has like everything on it now, that is where my desktop is supposed to be. But because it's been freezing a whole bunch, we are not in possession of it anymore. So. 9 plus 10. Yo, but you learn a thing or two with the trident on an ocean-only world. Look at this. Efficiency 100. Back to the sponges, though. You already know. Look, you can literally see my beacon. Like, that's crazy. Oh my god. Dirting. But most importantly, I was eager than ever to get this finished. I was having so much fun just grinding and talking to my friends or just watching a YouTube video in the background. Not only because this has been a year in the making, but because I set myself onto the path to finish this mega project. And sure, it took me almost a year, but I do eventually finish that. And that's an amazing feeling, and I cannot wait to see what this looks like once it's finished. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Oh my god, he's getting close.
But then, as to not burn out, I worked on a little bit of the lore, and as well was showing some of my friends the lore as well. A nice little detour. I'll explain it, it's just I don't want to do it, you know what I mean? I'm so close to being done, why won't I finish it?
He's depressed.
I'm probably burnt out, honest to God. Too much Minecraft.
Yeah, you know, too much Minecraft will do that to you.
Yeah. I probably need to regulate this and probably like take a semi-long break from Minecraft once this mega project's done, unfortunately. And I got the 26th quadrant finished. And it was a little eye-opening. Not so much, in fact, that I wanted to get started right away on the next, but eye-opening in the fact that I was so close. So putting on a YouTube video, getting that draining done, even though it was pissing me off, I got it done, and I finally saw the light at the end of the tunnel. The final sponge ever placed for the mega project. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay. We need to grab all the sponges, mine all this dirt. And the final dirt. Thank you. Thank you. Please. I have successfully drained 400,000 source blocks to create the biggest mega project I have ever done in my life. I was just taking it in. I had finished a mega project that had taken me over a year to complete. Finally checking it off my list felt amazing. Doesn't even do it justice. We still have a couple of things to do. Now that all of that water is gone, I can put some of that ugly stuff that's on top of Azora down below. And first up on the agenda is this ugly mob farm. Just getting rid of this already beautified Azora. And for the cactus farm, I only built this because, well, I needed some cactus, but as well as to just keep my mind occupied when working on the mega project. But now that I have all that room underneath, I can take it below. As well as the bamboo and these signs up here. For the bamboo, I just moved it underneath, created a little farm. And for the signs, I wrote them next to my map. But now I was just prettying up the base, making the ugly dirt into green wool. But something that every single Minecrafter can attest to is moving all of your chests outside of your house. But once that was finished and all of my stuff was outside of my house, I decided I no longer wanted to pay a mortgage. Completely getting rid of my house and calling myself homeless. But now, I looked at my map and I realized how much more beautiful the map looked, Azora looked, once some of the ugly things was taken off. But now, I have so much more I want to do with this world. Because now, I have an empty canvas, a blank sheet to draw on, to build on, to let my creativity shine. So now, without further ado, my name is Gavin. You have watched my favorite mega project, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye. I am a cheater.
I can explain.
On my nearly 500-day ocean-only world, whenever I spawned in, there was a little something that didn't spawn in with me. A stronghold. So, whenever it came to me wanting to beat the world, I don't have one to just go and do it. So, once I just finished my mega project, I decided to take matters into my own hands. The ideas I have for this world are just too big to not have an elytra or shulker boxes. So, I placed a stronghold over 1,000 blocks away using a number generator. And I could now go to a stronghold. I've been teasing at this since 200 days, but I've always been skeptical on doing it because, well, it is cheating. But at the end of the day, I want to play Minecraft how I want to play Minecraft. So I am okay with this. Hello! Nope. Here we go. Oh yeah. I'm ready. Oh my god! This is crazy! First try. Ooh. Just barely missed. Why is a Lightmatic a There's a schematic in the air. I did not place that. Oh, I'm on a roll. Oh, I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll, but I never made on a roll. Give it to me, give it to me. Ah! Goated? Goated with the sauce? Oh, there's still one right there. Don't worry, I got it. I can only imagine. Great movie and song. Come on. Ah. Ooh, Joe Bakela. I don't know what I just said, but I hope it wasn't anything bad. Oh, that hit you. Oh, that hit you too. Oh, that hit you 3. Oh, that one did hit you. That one didn't hit you. Oh, she about to perch. Let's see if I have to MLG or anything. 1, 2. Oh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, you perching again? Yo! Right in the head. Ooh! Well, nah, I'm not gonna risk it. I have feather falling, but I'm not risking it. Woo! Oh my god! I have beat the Ender Dragon on my ocean-only world. Oh yeah, 69. And we get the egg. the next generation. We are going to go get myself an elytra. Okay. Oh, that's cute.
Ooh, hey, an end city.
Does not look like it's got a ship, though. Nope, no ship.
Is it even worth it if I go over there?
Just because it's my first end city.
And also, I can get shulkers.
And that's gonna freaking help with my
Next upcoming projects.
I'm not scared of you. Matter of fact, you're scared of me. Oh, my first shulker shell! I didn't bring a lot of a lot of wood. Water bucket clutch. Alrighty. Only few far in between would venture to. Oh Lord. Just bless me good today. Okay. Ooh, okay. And beetroot seeds. I mean, I'm not gonna use them anytime soon, but beetroot seeds. And I guess I may as well use these chests. Dare I go? How far up do I go? That was risky. I am so goated at this game. Don't even question me. How goated is bro, though? See, we do a little bit of this. I don't trust that one. It went into the void. Hey, you! Give me your pearls. Okay. I am so deathly afraid of falling into the void. It is not even funny. My palms are genuinely so sweaty right now. Oh my god. Okay, I would love to overshoot this one. Oh. Hello, world. I am now a chorus fruit. You have something I want. And then you're gonna... Oh, die. Something. I'm the best. Yeah. Screw it. Okay. Screw it. Perfect. Well, guys, it's been good. It's been nice. I now finally have an elytra on an ocean-only world. Oh my gosh. Ooh, wow, that is plentiful. I don't need no iron boots. I'll take the diamonds, though. Oh my god, this is surreal. And we can't forget the ultimate dragon head. Oh my gosh. Woo! It's been a while since I've flown. And, the durability I have, let's fly back home. Whee! River! Katana! My voice is going out. Why is my voice going out? River! Katana! I got an elytra! Look, I have wings! It means I could do so much more. Fly over my establishment. Wandering trader, look, no, come here. Why is my voice going out? I am still 100% gonna be using my trident, let's be real here. But now I can do things like this. And also, whenever it rains, that's gonna be a different story. But nonetheless, got an elytra on my ocean-only world. Just a couple of things I want to say is, number one, if you are mad that I cheated in a stronghold, blah blah blah, this and that, you cheated, I saw him, I think I have done all I can do to deserve to spawn a stronghold on this world. If anything, completing the mega project that was the draining process of Beneath Azura, I think this elytra has been long overdue. But anyways, I know this has been a little bit of a short episode, but I felt like it deserved its own episode as it's been such a monumental one. But I am Gavin. I don't know why I started it like that, but I am Gavin. Yes, that is me. I don't know why I'm Gavin. There you go. But if you excuse me, I am gonna go and fly. When I first started my ocean-only world, there was one YouTuber I took inspiration from whenever it came to my base. Luke the Notable. Whenever I saw his base was a flat land, I wanted that as well. And then I made it into a circle. From Mog Swamp. That was the inspiration, at least. But once I finally started becoming myself, figuring out what I wanted to do with my videos, and also finding what I wanted for my world instead of what I seen in other YouTubers' worlds, I realized I wanted something more. So not long after my biggest mega project ever, I got straight to work on what I wanted to do next. Where we left off is that I drained all the water underneath my base, made myself homeless, and have moved a lot of the ugly things on top of my base beneath the base. Now I'll ask the question before you do. What do I do now? I wasn't really sure how to answer the question myself, and I started to have some worry. So in order to fill that time that I wanted to think of a project, I decided to sort out my items. But I want some shulker boxes. How does 64 shulker boxes sound? I think that'll do.
Dirt.
But making the base for the chests, I finally took the time to sit down and do the tedious task of taking every item out of my chests and sorting them. This is around the time that I started messing with my villagers, because I had figured out something that I wanted to do. I had a creative world on the side that I was making a bunch of houses for. The houses would eventually be housed by the Ashians. I would explain to you who the Ashians are, but I have an entire video for that. But I was breeding all of these villagers so I can get Mason villagers. These guys can unlock a lot of things for me. And so I was just making the housings for the villagers look like a stonecutter. But what's this? The power of editing has made 3 hours of my life down into a couple of seconds. Oh, and also 500 days in the ocean only. So I made some cubicles and bought a lot of redstone, and got started on that pumpkin farm, but now I had 14 farmers, 14 clerics, 14 shepherds, and 14 toolsmiths. But I'm doing that Minecraft cliche, and I'm making 17 billion farms. And it's working a little too well. But we also have some charged creepers. This definitely won't go terribly. Well, he was gonna explode either way. I got a skeleton skull at least. But now, I have this fancy mod that absolutely no YouTuber has or even knows about. It's called Lightmatica. I don't expect you to know what it is. Again, very niche, only I have it. Sorry. But now, we are gonna be making a moss farm, because I've been holding on to this for a long time. But it may be the title of this video. It is mountains, and I love making mountains from scratch. In my 100 days and 200 days YouTube videos for dirt only, I made a mountain from scratch, and now I want to do that in my ocean only world. Well, now what? I have to wait for the moss farm to generate enough moss so I can build those mountains, and I can just spoil it for you now. It's tens of thousands blocks of moss. It'll pass the time. See? Isn't that beautiful? We're back, and the pumpkins... Yeah, pumpkin farm sucks, not gonna lie. But then, almost 2 weeks later, boom. I have mountains in my Lightmatica schematics. But I thought about it. I have all this moss. Why have a dirt raft, but then mossy mountains? So, because I can't get grass on this world. Mossy raft. But then I had an absolute freaking genius in my stream chat. He told me to bone meal the moss and then use water to get rid of it. I've just been breaking the dirt. Why am I like this? But boom, the entire raft has been moss. If I'm being honest with myself, this part of the video is filler. I just needed beacons, so I decided to just throw it in there as part of the things I was doing in the process of making the mountains. I guess I was AFKing the moss farm at this point in time, but we're just gonna skip the nether. Back to the very thing I freaking hate so much. And I believe that ocean monuments are boring. So, I streamed me getting them, so if you think I cheated, go watch the VOD. I do not care. Okay, let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have exactly
404 sea lanterns. Let's put all the sea lanterns in there. Moss farm, are you still producing? As in, did this turn into stone? Okay, so I think I figured it out. I think this keeps turning into stone because I keep leaving it in unloaded chunks. So I think I'm gonna need to put it right here, which means I'm gonna have to rebuild it. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna leave that for a future me. I think a chunk loader should work on single player. Ender Pearl Stasis Chamber. Now that should keep this chunk loaded, correct? Alrighty, let's get this show on the road. Alright, what does it look like? Already coming together. Also, this looks sick on the map. Just by the way. I know, time-lapse video in the big 26. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's in the video. You're just gonna have to watch it, and maybe I'm talking right now so you have something to listen to while you watch the time-lapse so it's not boring. Build this little ring. Finish out all this moss I still have. May as well just put it up here. Check on the moss farm, and definitely don't grab any more moss because I'm doing the thing that I said I wouldn't do. And here we go. Oh, that looks so good already. This part of the video got copyright striked. It took like a month for it to get the strike, and I have no idea why it took so long. But that's why the audio is a little bit-ratey. I decided to AFK here at my moss farm for about 3 hours and didn't get too much, just 3,456 moss, and just a little bit more. But let's go work on the mountain. Bless you. That was not a burp. I think you just mixed that on accident. It was clearly a burp and you said that was not a burp.
No, that was not a burp, bro.
How are you confusing me?
Wait, no, you're right.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. I was like, I don't think you're fully understanding this. I never seen two pretty best friends. Or however that meme goes. You know what I'm talking about. Alright. Back to it. I like this. And boom! The mountain has been fully completed. This is actually kind of crazy. Let's take a step back. Let's look at the map. Oh my god, that looks so good. It looks like an actual mountain. Oh my god, that looks so cool. You have just watched part 1 of the mountain series. I believe I will have 4 more parts. In each part, I hope to perfect my craft of my editing style. Alongside, I just want to perfect this mountain. There was a lot of things I did in this video that I want to change, and I hope the next videos you decide to watch in this series show that. Welcome back to my mountain project. Where we last left off was a bare mountain. No trees, no grass, and some work to do. So not short after the last episode, I started incorporating some andesite, cobblestone, mossy cobblestone, and even some gravel. But I'm not gonna come on here and say that I got started right away on the next mountain. No, I took a break. A decent break as well. The footage in the background is from April 24th. As you can see, I released the first episode on March 11th. So it's been a little while, but now I'm back, roughing up my mountain like I wanted to in the last episode. And why didn't I do it in the last episode? I just wanted to get the episode out. But eventually I got bored of that, and I just wanted to work on my trees. Because look at this. Does that not look better with trees? You know what? You know what would also look better with? Grass. and a lot of moss carpet as well, but it makes it have depth now. It looks like a mountain. So now it is time to get started on our second mountain, the easier one. The bamboo is where we will start, but it is going to be where we finish. Here's the game plan. Objective number 1. I have been getting a lot of moss from just AFKing the moss farm, and we're going to build that mountain. And while we build that mountain in the background, let's talk about the next two. This was one of the smaller mountains whenever it came to the mountain projects. The first mountain was to see if I could do it, and once I seen I could, I wanted to do the second one as a little bit more practice, and I think I have finally gotten down how I want my mountains built. So hopefully, the third and final episode will be a big, beautiful mountain that will finally send off on what I know I want this world to be. So what is it that I've got pat down so far after building a mountain? Well, the second objective is that I plant the trees and the houses on the mountain. This is so that our third step will be as smooth as possible and without anything in my way. So now, you may be wondering, what is the third step? Well, to be honest with you, I forgot. I'm so sorry. I ran out of sea lanterns, and that is a big part of the mountain, so we need to go get some. The next one. That last one I've already looted. Now, here we go. This one will do. Like taking candy from a Bulbasaur. Alright, I'll just... Sorry. Guess who's back to cause more pain? Wait, seeing that inventory, it kinda makes me think of... Hey, wait a minute, why is the narrator on?
Use mouse cursor or tab button to select element.
Yeah, I was wearing my AirPods, so I didn't have my headphones in, but we're gonna get back to the mountain. We're just gonna act like that guy's not even there. But hey, I think I remembered what the third step is. So, come closer, I'll tell you. It is bone mealing. Whenever I'm done putting down the houses and the trees, the bone mealing will be so much easier because I won't put bone meal in unnecessary places. And as I'm coming close to finishing up this mountain, at least building it, there's the fourth one. What is that fourth one? Well, it's the whole reason that this second mountain is placed right here. That is because there is an ocean monument right beneath this mountain, and I hope to build a guardian farm. So in the future, I can just get a bunch of sea lanterns from that farm. And boom shakalaka, we have completed the mountain. But hey, there's still more work to do. Let's get started on the houses and the trees. And hey, here's the bamboo for that guardian farm I was just talking about. But getting the trees planted shouldn't be as hard as, well, planting them manually, because it's just a sapling and bone meal. Let's be real here.
Feels like it needs a tree right here, maybe?
But now it is time for the best part of this video, at least in my opinion. Because in my 6th episode, The Lore of My Ocean-Only World, the citizens of my raft, Azura, the Ashians are living and thriving on their new home, building houses and places to work for others as well. And this blacksmith is coming along nicely, and I hope all the houses on this mountain, on this raft, in this world come out as beautiful as this one. But now, the house that we're going to be working on next is the cloth dye department. I'm not really too sure. Comment down below what it should be. Oh, actually, it looks like I named it the dye. That, I guess. Department. Yep, but I really love this house. It really challenged me to use a different block palette rather than just using spruce and maybe some cobblestone. That's usually what my houses look like. And I even took some time to put some love into this build, make it feel like an Ashian was living there, working there. I love whenever small builds have a little love put into it. But now it is time for the bone meal, and this is where I'm gonna talk a little bit more.
So, you know who Hanzo is, right?
I fucking hate Hanzo players. Yeah! Whenever I put the bone meal down, I'm not spamming it. I only want the grass, tall grass, and moss carpet. I do not want any of the azalea trees. Nothing. None of them. I hate it. Because I want it to look like a mountain. A beautiful mountain. Mountain? What the fuck? Because part 2 of this mountain is exactly what I wanted part 1 to be. Part 1 was just rushed to all hell because I wanted to get a video out
super quickly. This mountain is really starting to come together. The grass, the trees, the houses, it is truly starting to feel alive. But now there's something kind of sticking out that is kind of out of place. It was only a matter of time. And this mountain looks so beautiful. Whenever I just step back and look at my world, I can't help but feel so proud of what I've accomplished. And I hope you, the viewer, also come back to see what more I have in store for this world. Because now it is time for my favorite house, the farmer's house. And this one was a tough one. I had to bust out the oak saplings alongside the jungle wood too. I really love this house as well because I wanted this house to look like a barn. So in order to capture that, I used oak planks and jungle planks to have the colors feel like they were fading. This is what I meant by challenging myself with a different block palette. Not to mention as well, the inside is super cozy. Look at this. I even added a tiny little farm back here, and I was supposed to put chickens back here, but I just forgot, so they'll probably be back here in the next episode. But the time has come to where we finally use the bamboo to make scaffolding for that guardian farm. And I decided to be stubborn, not even using any water breathing potions or even invisibility potions. But also, I need to talk about the complications with this guardian farm. This farm was made originally to where the sea level wasn't so high and actually very low because it was designed for a normal world. The top of this scaffolding right here is the kill chamber, but the kill chamber would be underwater and we can't have that. So I'm gonna need to put gravel on top of all this glass. So it looks like we're taking a trip back to episode 9. And I wasn't joking when I said episode 9. We're back to the sponges, draining water. And I tried to do the dirt method like I usually do, but it just wasn't working. I still know the ways of the water. It's just the ways of the water are fucking annoying. I give up being methodical on it. Fuck it, just put the sponges everywhere. The water will drain eventually. Fuck off. Don't you have something else better to do? I can't even kill you because I can't get to you. The farm is so good I can't get to you. Can't wait to watch you all burn. Draining part's done. Had so much fun. Kill chamber. No problems at all. And now that the farm is finished, I built an AFK platform and I went to Dollar General. Yo, no way! No. And there we go. We have finished everything on our to-do list. And hey, maybe this is a bit shorter of a video, but I think I covered everything that I wanted to in this episode. My name is Gavin, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye. What a beautiful last couple of episodes. We built the first mountain, and it was decent, but there was still some improvement needed. And then came the second mountain. I tried to put forth my knowledge, but there was still some improvement needed. But now, it is time for the third mountain. But if you're new here, hello, and welcome to my ocean-only world. For the past 700 days, or almost the better part of 2 years, I've spent most of my time on this world living, thriving, and most importantly in my book, building what I've wanted to build for a couple of years now. So as I'm gathering materials for my third mountain, yes, my third mountain, if you haven't watched the first part and the second part of the mountains, go and watch them right now and then come back to this one, because huge spoilers from here on out. I mean, if you haven't watched the first part of this video. But in order for this mountain project to go as smooth as possible, I need to tell you about the 5 phases. Phase number 1. This is going to be the most tedious phase, but the one phase that is going to mean the most in the entire process. And that is farming all the materials. Materials like bones, moss, and even the Wandering Trader. The mob farm I'm using is from Ray T. Good. It was a really good video, and now this mob farm produces a bunch of bones for the bone meal for the moss farm. But coming back to our board, we have the bones for the bone meal that'll eventually produce our moss, but now we have a Wandering Trader. What will we do with the Wandering Trader? Well, in my most recent video, I talked about my drought with him, but now I have a Wandering Trader farm, and I've fixed most of it, so now he should be spawning. And there's a bunch of things that I need the Wandering Trader for, and I could go on and on about it, but I'll just say what I need. I need sugarcane, and unfortunately, this guy did not sell me anything. Of value, at least. And since I've already AFK'd the mob farm so I can put it towards the moss farm so that moss can accumulate for the mountain, I decided to AFK a little bit longer at the Wandering Trader farm. And thank God I did.
Yes! Finally! And these wildflowers too. I've never gotten any wildflowers. Oh my god.
So now, how the hell did a cobblestone get here? Okay.
That's better.
But now I have sugarcane, and I want to make a sugarcane farm. So this bamboo's gotta go. And one tree type I've loved for a while now is the cherry tree. So I decided to build my farm out of the cherry tree type. And maybe the pink kind of stands out a little bit on my really green and blue base. It looks beautiful, like let's be real here. But now that I have sugarcane, I grabbed some gunpowder from my mob farm and made my first rockets that weren't from an abandoned ship. Yeah. That's how I got my paper in the past. But now I think phase 1 is done. And now for my favorites, phase number 2. It's what you're here to see. I put all of this moss into a couple of shulkers. I grab all of my stone and put it in some shulkers. And then I completely forget about an entire item. Wait, what? So we are going to start building the mountain, but if we look at my inventory real quick, that is not enough sea lanterns. But by me putting all the materials in my inventory, you already know what I'm going to do. We're going to keep going till we run out, baby! And my apologies for the super far camera angle. I have zero idea how to work replay mod. I said it. I just record my replay mod just sitting right there. I have no idea how to work it. I don't want to learn how to do it. It's too complicated for me. But we're taking a field trip back to phase number 1. I need some more sea lanterns, so let me AFK here at the Guardian Farm. I only AFK'd for an hour, so it wasn't a lot of sea lanterns, but it was enough to just keep me going for the stream I was doing.
Alright, gotta put the moss away. I was very limited by the sea lanterns. So tomorrow, in my real life, I'm gonna be AFKing up there.
And here's me yet again trying my best to have in real life video whenever it makes the audio sound like booty cheeks. Sorry again, but it is pretty cool. Oh yeah. So now that I've went and touched grass, I have all 3 materials needed to build the mountain. And hey, if you're intrigued by what is happening in this world, all these mountains I've built, I live stream. Right here on this channel, you can find every single live stream I've done. We have a blast in most of the streams. You can ask me questions about the world. I can even give you a tour of the world. And I'm not only live streaming the survival world, I am also live streaming the creative world. A fun fact about this world, I hope to change it here soon, but I do not use any third-party tools that help me build faster. No world edits, no Axiom, nothing. It's all been one right click after the other. So if you don't mind, make sure to hit that like and subscribe, hit that bell notification for future uploads. Now you may be wondering, why am I so baffled that pillagers are here? I didn't think I could get pillagers on my world. At this point in time, I believe I was over 700 days into this world. I thought you guys were impossible. I don't want you guys to despawn, so I'm gonna kill you with my pickaxe. Voluntary exile. I didn't know you guys could spawn. Did I get an update? I got the achievement. The future farms of this world is looking very bright. Now I can make a raid farm. I didn't even know I could. I thought it was impossible, like I said. Sorry. We got a little distracted by those pillagers. We still need to finish this left side of the mountain. Yes, that's right. We have just completed the peak of the mountain, and it looks very peak. But we still have this mountain to finish. So let's lock in, get this finished up. But if you didn't notice, the bottom of the mountain looks like Swiss cheese. That is because in my schematic, the mountain is a combination of different blocks. I just want the blocks to be stone and moss. And would you look at that? The mountain is complete technically, but we still have 3 more phases to get through. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to phase number 3. If I just get into my wood storage, grab this shulker, and grab these spruce saplings, we are putting some trees on the mountain to make it look beautiful. So enough dilly-dallying. We have some trees to place. See, I was actually completely unaware of this. I feel so stupid saying this out loud, but I'd rather be straightforward and honest with you guys. I didn't know these dancing cats were AI. I mean, now that I look at it, like, holy crap, obviously it's AI, but I just used them as a placeholder because I was using a time-lapse, and I wasn't talking, but, sorry I used AI. I just totally blanked that it was AI, so I'll be more careful in the future. Trust me, I hate AI. I know phase number 3 was quite fast, and the mountain looks cool, but phase number 4 is gonna take a lot longer. That's because phase number 4 has 3 steps. Because in the background is an hour and 14 minutes sped up to build the houses on my mountain. The first house on the mountain is going to be the butcher's house. The butcher's house was a nice build to do, as it challenged me to use a block pellet that I never usually would. I love whenever my builds have extra love put into it, not just some build you throw to the side. It includes a sign that I 100% butchered, no pun intended, a composter with a trap door named the freezer, a place where you can wash off your axe after chopping a pig, and if you go upstairs, you can very clearly tell that the butcher that butchers lives right up here. The next house we are going to build is taking me to the nether. We needed blue wood, and for this house to make sense, you need the lore of my world. Just a smidge of it. Ascians are the people that inhabit my raft, Azora. They're amphibious centenarians. They can be underwater, but they can also live on land. But they have lived underwater for most of their life before seeking refuge onto the raft Azora. So whenever it came to building this house, I tried to think as underwater as possible. Blue, prismarine, etc. I think I gave enough love to it. For our third and final house, I decided to do a jungle house as a little camaraderie to the 100 days that I'm working on right now, that I'm not too sure if I'll ever finish. It was a nice little house to keep at the second tallest peak in my world. Phase number 5 is gonna be one of the more boring ones, because this shulker right here is everything of phase number 5. That's right, phase number 5 is just bone mealing the mountain. So, yeah, there's no easy way to segue into this. We just gotta do it. And to keep you entertained, I'm going to play one of my own songs. So please comment down below if you like it.
To an automatic voice message system. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At the tone, please record your message.
Sorry. I wish I had more than that. I just wanted to say sorry. And I know that's not a lot compared to what I used to give you. But I'm sorry. Whenever I finished up the third mountain, I noticed that the second mountain doesn't really mesh well with any of the mountains, so I decided to come back over here with some moss and make it mesh. I bone mealed it up a little bit, added some trees, put down some sea lanterns, just like I used to. Wait, used to? What do you mean by that? I'm done with the mountains. I'm putting everything away now. The farms I've made have served their purpose. I am complete with the mountain project. And whenever I look at the map, it's starting to feel less like an ocean-only world, and more like my world. The ideas of mountains on my world was from the very start of this world, and now I have completed that. I'm almost afraid of what's in the future, but yet so excited to see what it holds for me, because I really enjoyed making these videos. For 92 days, I spent my time on this world building mountains because I thought that mountains were the beauty of living on an ocean-only world. And it's without a doubt that I had an absolute blast making these mountains, but more importantly, creating the videos that you have been watching. So whenever it came to my next project, I had to think very shortly about what I wanted to do next. I have already basically made a mountain biome on my ocean-only world. So whenever it came to another biome that I could make, I decided to go for the hardest one to build. And that was the barren, no water desert. But if you load into a Minecraft world today on the Ocean Only Superflat preset, you will find out that sand is very, very scarce. But in 200 days, whenever I was looting a bunch of drowned ruins and getting my tridents, I came across a lot of sand. It was a grand total of 20 pieces. And I want to build a desert. So the first thing we need to do, as all of my videos, is gather the materials. So in order to get all that sand, we're going to be making a sand duper. Bone mealed this mushroom to get rid of the end portal. Okay, maybe I did it wrong. Aw, fuck. So that method was patched. I'm not sure when, but we're going to have to go to the bedrock breaking method. I'm not sure who invented this. There's literally millions of videos on how to do this. Oh, I'm on half a heart. I broke the portal. Let's go. Let's go. There you go. Let's go. Boom. Let's go. So I only broke 6 end portals instead of all of them because I have very limited TNT, and I have no more sand to make TNT.
So we're gonna build half of the farm right now. And now here, if I place my only 2 pieces of sand I have, flip on the farm for just a minute, I already have a stack. 6 pieces of sand, and 10 minutes later, I have more sand than I know what to do with. Now we need to finish up this farm. So we need to tear down this farm, and now we really build the farm. Making this farm was super easy, at least in the overworld. This YouTuber does a really good job at explaining how the farm works and explaining correctly where to place the blocks. But now it's time to build the collection system. And in the YouTube video, I don't really want to do that. So shout out to this YouTuber right here for making this amazing, wonderful, beautiful, just every single word under the sun that's positive, for making this collection system. So I grabbed all the materials needed, built the collection system, and AFK'd for 2 hours. Oh, yep, and the carts, yep, the minecarts. So we're definitely gonna have to AFK this a little bit longer than 2 hours. So as I moved all my sand to the overworld and then AFK'd off screen the sand duper, let's talk about what materials I'm going to need. The first one we're going to need is obviously sand, and then its counterparts, sandstone, smooth sandstone, sandstone stairs, etc. And then some wildcards, dirt, and stripped birch logs. But after gathering almost 60,000 pieces of sand, I now need to make the sandstone, the cut sandstone, the smooth sandstone, the walls, the slabs, the stairs, gather my dirt, and most importantly, gather my birch logs. But who wants to see me cut trees for almost 3 hours? Nobody! Oh, let's go. But I did it. Don't believe me? Here's the stats. And we're somewhat done gathering all the materials, but we're gonna place the dirt now for the sand. Out of all the projects I've ever done in my world, I think this has to be the most tedious one. It takes the cake. Having to place down over 40,000 pieces of dirt just so some gravity blocks don't fall down, it was something. But thankfully, I do stream for most of these recordings, so if you want to come and hang out, like and subscribe, and be on the lookout for some of my streams. Because even though I was holding right click for 3 hours while swimming weirdly in third person, I had a blast just talking to Bree, Bryant, Jelly. It was a great time. Now a question I was asked a while back is, how do I have so much dirt? If I actually look at my statistics, I have over 200,000 of it mined. Where am I getting it? It's actually quite simple. At Y level 6, 5 layers of dirt spawned on this world. But now we are getting very close to the dirt being placed down, so now we can get started on placing down the actual desert. But I had to place down the sand and the moss together because I had to have the biomes mixed together. So we're gonna do that real quick. So now that wait. I totally forgot to do something. I don't want any mobs to spawn on this desert, so it doesn't hurt the spawns of my mob farm. So we're gonna need a lot of glowstone. Oh, come on. No! Alright, let's go. Alright, now it is time to get the edges out of the way. This will look better in the future, but for right now, it looks a little weird. But hey, don't we all look a little weird whenever we start our mornings? But I just want to put into perspective how big this desert is going to be for a singular episode. The 3 videos I took to build all the mountains on my world was a collective of almost 80,000 blocks of moss. But for the sand alone, it is almost 60,000 blocks of it. But that isn't including the sandstone, the slabs, stairs, walls, and the cut and smooth variants too. Just the sandstone walls by itself, I have over 2,256 pieces of it. And because you get 6 walls per craft, that is 426 times I've crafted it, times 4 pieces of sand, and I have 1,704 pieces of sand just in walls by itself. The amount of sand poured into this could be around 70,000. Oh my god. Oh. The first layer of sand is complete. Now it's time to add some roughness to this desert. Let's do some of the easy ones. Let's start with this one right here. Spark my interest in music. See, even though I've been doing one thing for a prolonged amount of time, multiple times, I've had a blast. See, I don't think I've ever said this out loud in a video before, but whenever I first started this world, my dream was whenever you load into this world, for it to not look like an ocean-only world. For it to have beautiful mountains. For you to look around and be like, is this an ocean world? Now we have finished placing all of our sand, but it's looking a little barren. And I know it's a desert, but we need to luscious this up a little bit. Alright, next up on the agenda, wow, that's a lot of sugarcane. A cactus farm I took down like probably 500 days ago, but I still have in this chest over here. And then the last thing, I think I've purchased this from the Wandering Trader. Tall dry grass. Is this a renewable source? I can! Let's go! But the cacti and the sugarcane sure does make the desert look 10 times better. But the tall dry grass? It's like the cherry on top. But now we're looking back at our list. We're missing a couple of materials, and I'm specifically looking at smooth sandstone. And we need to smelt sandstone to get the smooth sandstone. So let's build a super smelter. So as the super smelter went ahead and smelted, I decided to make more sandstone for the materials, but also the walls, the slabs, and the stairs. But now with all that sandstone smelting, I just need to wait. So, in the meantime, I needed an oil change. So, I went and AFK'd in my Wandering Trader farm, completely forgetting that I'd be leaving the super smelter in unloaded chunks. Now, we're gonna have to finish all 3 of our buildings today. And we have 3 buildings. A building right here, a pyramid over there, and a building to cover that ugly monstrosity. We're gonna go from the smallest build to the biggest build. And the smallest build is gonna be right here. The first building was more of a cover-up for the villagers. They were ugly, this dirt was ugly, so I built this to cover them up. Number two. For this second building, I decided to take a little stab at making my own pyramid, just like the pyramids you see naturally generate in Minecraft. This one was a little bit thicker, and very terribly done.
Real trap shit.
And as I was placing down blocks and having a good time, I had a couple of visitors. Oh dear! Oh, they've spawned. I've built a mob farm. Dick. The skeleton just like stopped me. I've been invaded. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, hey! Oh, I got a record! But after I got done dealing with that, I placed all the sandstone down and got started right away on the murals. I think 64 may be enough. Let me go grab a building block real quick. Do I really not have yellow? Ah, gotcha. Oh, this wool's gonna take me out. Ah, keep... Can you even make yellow dye with wildflowers? Light gray. I know I'm gonna have to make more, so let me actually just... more. Light blue. Works. Boom. We're done with the second one. Now it is time to cover up this monster farm. I actually went back and forth on this build quite a couple of times, because it was actually a very challenging build for myself. Having something super tall, but also not look very blocky, was something I haven't done before. So I tried to keep it as simple as possible, making sure not to have too many smooth walls where it's just one wall for 16 blocks, and keeping it as jagged as possible. But I did still run into the same exact problem. Whenever I was finished building it up as tall as possible, the walls looked very, very bland. So whenever I was thinking of words to put on the side, I thought of Azora, I thought of other desert things, but I eventually went to one of the gods, goddesses, I'm not really too sure, Anubis. I felt that it matched the theme, as well as it filled in the wall. That looks so much better.
I'm all done. Whoa.
This desert project has been one of my faster projects on the side of not procrastinating. I've actually been really enjoying making these videos recently, and I hope it stays that way, because the ideas I have for this world, like I've said a bajillion times before, are ideas that I cannot wait to execute on, and more importantly, show to you guys, the viewers. My name is Gavin, and this has been Building a Desert on my ocean-only world, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye. And that lands us to present day. As of right now, I'm on day 1010. I'm working on a video named 14 Days to Change My World, and I'm having the time of my life making these videos. But more importantly, I hope you guys have been enjoying them as much as I have making them. So here's to another 1000 days, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.